Not possible. I should not be. You are saying that I should not be concerned with the psychological world. But I am doing. I am changing this desire, having a car or owning a car, into thought, into action, and trying to get a car. So when it happens, it may give pleasure or pain. At the time, you are saying that don't bother about the pleasure or pain.
Yeah.
So it is not possible because once I am interested in psychological pleasure and trying to convert it into action and reaping out of that action, something comes, pleasure or pain. I should not be concerned about that, you are saying. For example, this is pleasure. So this I am converting into action. So this action gives some result.
So pleasure, there is no pleasure. So only some demand for pleasure. So we have the demand for a pleasure through a car.
Okay.
And there is no pleasure at all.
Okay.
There is a demand alone is there.
Demand is there.
You think if you get the car, you will be happy.
Yeah.
So actually you are not happiness. You are not using your happiness to do that. You have only the demand for a happiness.
Demand for happiness. So I convert this demand for happiness into action.
Into action.
So when an action reaps out a car, so that car may give happiness or sorrow.
Sorrow.
So you are saying that when a car gives happiness or sorrow, don't bother about it.
Oh, yeah.
So when I am not bothering about that, I am not bothering about this demand itself. When I am not bothering about the result of the car, if I am not bothering, I am not bothering the very demand of having a car itself. You are saying you can have a concern about this demand, but don't have a demand or what you call result of the car. Don't have concern about the result of the car. You are saying it.
So here we cannot actually everything under our control. It may our psychological structure function on its own. We cannot catch hold of each and everything under our control. But here, if we have some demand, we can make use of the demand to get a car. To that extent, it is over.
Okay.
And after that, you may have the pleasure or not. But whenever you have the demand, naturally it will create some pleasure. It will create some happiness. But the happiness naturally will go away from you naturally. But at the same time, you try to catch hold of the happiness, but never. But here, what we do, we will have the happiness. We think we should not be this happiness must be undisturbed. We must have the undisturbed happiness. And in this way, if you have some sorrow, the sorrow must go away from me very soon.
Yeah.
But here, the problem, we are facing the psychological problem. When actually what is happening, we are having the problem. Whenever we have the problem, we are against the problem.
Okay.
So it is purely psychological.
So at the time you don't regard the psychological what you were saying. So when the problems or sorrow, pain comes, disregard the psychological world.
So here also, we may unconsciously fight. Unconsciously, even though we have sorrow or suffering, we may unconsciously fight against it. But everything happens naturally. Some unconscious fight, you may have the intention, you may have the knowledge that we should not fight against myself. But in spite of your knowledge, you may fight against yourself. You may fight against sorrow, you may fight against some fear. But the main thing is that we should not do it consciously. So when we do not do it consciously, the unconscious fighting will end very soon. Otherwise, the unconscious fighting, we are giving strength to the unconscious fighting. And we have a stress against ourselves. We have a stress and strain. So we cannot control myself. I am unable to control myself. So we will always have the stress. We always have the strain.
Doubt still is, if I am able to disregard the end, I will be able to disregard the very beginning of the demand itself. I will not be translating my demand for pleasure into a thought and action, planning, everything. After that pleasure comes or pain comes, I will disregard. At the very state, I will be disregarding.
Actually, when we are not struggling with your psychological emotions, naturally your demand will be moderate. Your desires, everything will be in a moderate position. But we need not, for a first, in the beginning we cannot start like that.
Okay.
So in the course of time, your demand may be moderate. You may, whatever is necessary for thing alone, you can have interest. That you need not demand which is not possible. And you not invest your expectation upon anything. So everything will be moderate. In course of time, everything will